it, right? Not too long ago. And I always used to see you'd have some trouble and some issues with the way that the music industry would work. What do you think about like with Drake and how the industry's kind of turned against him? Like you see videos now. I don't know if your boys tell you or you could see anything, but you can't like find it on Spotify, or there's just like a whole bunch of sketchy shit going on. I see. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, or because you're kind of on the inside of it too, right? The whole industry.
I can't all the way speak to everything that's going on with Drake because at the end of the day, he's a grown man, and I think that's his story to tell. But I will say one thing. I'm proud of the stance of any artist that goes against the bull that happens behind the scenes. Sometimes when things happen and we come out and we're like, yo, the label, or like, yo, the major, it's like everyone's like, nah, this guy's spiraling out, he's this label, but they don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of dark things going on behind the scenes, and which is the reason why I went independent, because you ain't getting me with none of that. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not doing none of that weird rituals and all that shit going on. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no ritual.
Away from me. But there's a lot of weird things that go on behind the scenes, and so it's very hard to be in a situation like Drake is going through right now, where you're going against the whole thing. You know what I mean?
The machine,
and I understand that there's a scrutiny because it's like.
All right, we only get 15 minutes at a time on Tory's jail phone, so we will be back momentarily. Are we back?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we back. We finished that note on the industry. Yeah, it was pretty much just a bunch of going on, and you don't want to sell your soul.
No. The way you summed it up sounds crazy. I didn't mean it like, I don't mean it in some sort of way where it's like, oh, you're coming into some cold like, that's not necessarily what I mean. I just mean, look, when it comes down to it, there is a lot of things that happen in the background of industries, especially music, in such a provocative place as it is, right? But the reality of the situation is, I commend any artist that has the balls to go out and rage against the machine, because as a man who did it myself, it is one of the most exhausting things that you can imagine. It's like going up against the richest and richest billionaires who have the most richest and richest resources, and you're by yourself, but you're swinging for dear life. I have respect for anybody who does that. It's not just about Drake, but anybody, and I encourage artists. I'm not telling you to go start problems. I'm telling you to have the best, integral relationships that you can have with whoever you do business with. But at the same time, don't hold your tongue for nobody. If you see shit going on, which happens in the background, at some standpoint, you have to say something, or you're gonna end up like everybody else and be a sheep in a place where it's full of wolves, and it's not easy to be that. So I commend any artists, whether it be Drake or anybody else, who will rage against the machine as long as they know that they have the facts and the actual proof to back up what they're saying. Because it's not an easy thing to do, regardless of how it looks. And I know people are looking at it from a street angle, but like, yo, with all due respect, like, this is not a street angle. And what Drake is doing, no matter how you want to put it, he's really doing this for the rest of us artists. Because the reality of it is if one man finally comes out and says, yo, f*** this, and the rest of us do it, a revolution starts. So it's either you look at it as he's going to start a revolution, or you look at it as, it's just Drake doing some shit and he's just trying to do shit, and you feel like he's doing this because he lost the battle. But being a man that knows him and speaks to him on a day-to-day basis, I shouldn't say day-to-day, I don't talk to him every day, but a man that speaks to him regularly, it's like, that is not no dumb bro. He's a very smart individual. He's like a war general.
All right, y'all, so there you have it. That was Tory Lanez, and he mentioned that he's doing 10 years in prison. And I actually feel for Tory, because the reason why he's in jail, if you ask me, is because he exposed all these record labels. He decided to go independent, and he made over $1 million within 24 hours. And he sold, I think it was a meme coin of his album, and that is how he was able to generate over $1 million. And after that, the record labels, they noticed that Tory Lanez is spreading this message to basically all the musicians. That is when they said, let's end this man's career. And I'm pretty much the only one in the YouTube space that's been saying this, that Drake is 100% right for filing a lawsuit. And I filed a lawsuit on UMG, Universal. It was not a lawsuit on Kendrick. And I know for a fact that a lot of these record labels are using bots on their artists. And that is something that Drake is saying that they did on Kendrick Lamar. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to not subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.